just the other day it came out that Wonder Woman 3 was being sacked. Now there's questions of who did the sacking? Why did it get canned? What the heck happened? Started off that James Gunn and Peter Safran didn't like it. Then it went to Patty Jenkins didn't like the criticisms, so she walked. So what's going on? We don't know. But because of all this, there's a stir up, and I think it's total BS. DC disruption has town jittery. What's next for Man of Steel and other sequels after Wonder Woman 3? Are we really shocked? Patty Jenkins is still from Snyderverse and the old regime. We are talking about the new regime that has yet to actually put out one of its own movies. It's still dealing with old regime films. Now, other than Shazam, I don't know much about the Shazam movie right now. We haven't heard a whole lot. People have come out here or there. But we know Flash, massive reshoots. We know Aquaman, potentially massive reshoots to the point that Amber Heard might not be in it anymore. We don't know. But all those movies were predating David Zaslav, the Discovery merger, the entrance of James Gunn, and Peter Safran's upgrade. So, people freaking out over the Wonder Woman 3 being destroyed, chill out. Because it's gone so far that hashtag Fire James Gunn was trending today. You get constantly people saying, fire James Gunn, bring back Snyder. Zack Snyder's not coming back. Zack Snyder's gone. He has a Netflix deal. He's working with Netflix. Then you get this little thing where people are saying, oh my God, they brought back Henry just to can him. No. Henry Cavill's the centerpiece. Like I said in yesterday's video, they're wanting to keep Gal Gadot. They want to keep Henry Cavill. They want Henry Cavill. And they're going to probably keep Ben Affleck. There's rumors that, it might be based off of the Batman universe. No, they're probably going to focus solely around Ben Affleck. But who knows yet? We'll get into this because this has many angles. You have people all over this hashtag Fire James Gunn who really hate that James Gunn said no to the Wonder Woman 3 script from Patty Jenkins. Wonder Woman 1984. Ring a bell to anybody? But let's get into this article before we go into James Gunn's comments. Yesterday, DC chaos about the unplugging of Patty Jenkins' version of Wonder Woman 3, coupled with rampant rumors that of the studio's new co-heads, James Gunn and Peter Safran, turning the comic book label upside down, sans a Henry Cavill... Sans? That doesn't sound right. Sans a Henry Cavill Man of Steel 2 and possible recasting of many current big superhero roles has left the town with a bad case of PTSD. I don't think the main people from Justice League are going to be recast. I don't think Dwayne's going anywhere. Can't say the same for Ezra, but I don't think Henry's going anywhere after how much they fought for him. I don't think Momoa's going anywhere, and I don't think Gal Gadot's going anywhere. Especially because Zaslav has said he wants the next Wonder Woman movie to focus around Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, Henry Cavill Superman, Ben Affleck Batman. They're three key heroes. The lack of communication to talent reps and content creators. Cry about the lack of communication while they're still mapping it out by the studio about what's next in the DC empire as Gunn and Safran map it out. They haven't even presented their outline yet. We don't know what they're planning yet. So hold your horses. Has brought back bad flashbacks of when former Warner Bros. CEO Jason Kilar, oh my god, you're comparing him to Jason Kilar. Jason Kilar helped destroy DCEU. He's the reason Snyder went bye-bye. Okay? Old regime hated Snyder, hated Henry Cavill, wanted to go the woke route. That led to the WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery. That led to that merger because Jason Kilar helped kill this company along with a bunch of other people. A bunch with the higher-ups at Warner Brothers. They killed the company because they went this awful route. They hated the fans. They said F you to the fans over and over and over again. Zaslav comes in and goes like, that's stupid. We want to make money. Hey, James Gunn, you do good work. Saffron, up. There we go. We don't even know what they're planning yet. Surprised and alienated Hollywood with his Project Popcorn theatrical day and date plan. That was when, during COVID, when they decided, hey, we're just going to put all the movies on HBO Max at the same time. That's what we're going to do. Not the best plan, but it worked. And even Disney CEO Bob Chapek's war with Scarlett Johansson over Black Widow. Excuse me. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that was still under Iger when the war with Black Widow was going on. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but check me on that. This is creating a riot, says one content maker connected to DC fair about the level of silence they've received on the fate of the DC projects going forward. And it's a horrible optic. The business is based on relationships. It makes us curious. That Wonder Woman script, from what we are being told, was it didn't fit. That's why it was canned. It wasn't what they wanted. Who canned it, though? Was it Jenkins? Was it Gunn? We don't know. When it comes to rumors out there that core DC superhero cast members Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, why did I say James, and Henry Cavill may be recast as the Gunn Saffron administration creates a synergetic plan for the DC brand across all mediums. The problem with that theory is that they wanted Henry Cavill. Dwayne Johnson kept petitioning old regime to get Henry. They said no. Once the merger happened, they got Henry. Henry wants to be Superman. Zaslav wants Henry to be Superman. Everybody wants Henry to be Superman. He's gonna be Superman. They all work for the same rep company, WME. They all work for the same people. So they're probably all going to stay there. Our sources says these franchises, which already make a lot of money, why stop them? Why can't a studio that's bearing so much debt afford to start from scratch? They're not. They're doing a soft reboot. Arguably a little too soon. Should move Flash a little towards the end to fully flush everything out. There are scripts and actors, schedules to be figured out. Well, they got Henry Cavill on board. Henry's already talked about possibilities for his upcoming movie. It might not be called Man of Steel 2. It might be called something else, but it's a part of the soft reboot that they're going to do. These three actors, including Black Adam's Dwayne Johnson, are repped by WME, and a complete turnover of DC stars by Warner's would put them in check to a big agency. No one is getting ready to go to war. ALA, CAA, Disney with Johannes, despite everyone currently planning nice and anxious lurks. What the hell am I reading now? On the other hand, we hear that WME repped Flash director Andy Muschietti, can't say that word, and Indiana Jones director James Mangold, oh my god, get rid of him, are excited to do business with Gunn Safran-led studio. Yeah, they probably are. Because that has the most potential right now. I might be annoyed with James Mangold right now, but James Mangold does have a good track record. I think it's going to be damaged by Indiana Jones 5, but that's an argument for another time. But everybody's excited to be working with these guys because these guys are doing something new. These guys are shaking up the business right now, and people are excited. Now, James Gunn did come out with some comments about all this, and we're going to go through them. So as for the story yesterday in The Hollywood Reporter, some of it's true, some of it's half true, some of it is not true, and some of it we haven't decided yet whether it's true or not. A lot of this revolved around The Hollywood Reporter when they said, hey, they canned the Wonder Woman project, everything's up in the air, Man of Steel 2 might be gone, all this is over, They wanted freak out before James Gunn even presented their product. Because I believe it's next week. If it wasn't today, it's next week or coming up soon. They're presenting it to the board. They're presenting it to Zaslav. They're saying, hey, we worked hard. Here's our 10-year plan for the DCU. Not the Snyderverse. Not the EU. The DCU. Which spans movies, TV shows, animation, video games. 4 different genres. Well, 4 different mediums. This is a massive project that they're about to helm. So you need to take this one step at a time before you start yelling, fire James Gunn, because he's done away with the Snyderverse. Snyderverse has been done away with for a long time. Although the first month at DC has been fruitful, building the next 10 years of story takes time, and we are just beginning. Peter and I chose to helm DC Studios knowing we were coming into a fractious environment. I don't know if that's how you say that word, but I'm going with it. Both in stories being told and in the audience itself, and there would be an unavoidable transition period as we moved into telling a cohesive story across film, TV, animation, and gaming. But in the end, the drawbacks of the transitional period were dwarfed by the creative possibilities and the opportunities to build upon what has worked in DC so far and to help rectify what has not. They are going to do a soft reboot. They are going to get rid of everything that sucked. They're going to keep everything that was awesome, Henry Cavill, and they're going to move forward. Who knows what all they get rid of? We still don't know. We do know that even Henry Cavill has said his next movies for the Superman universe are going to be hopeful. They're going to be for the fans. Everybody at DC, as I mentioned yesterday in my video, today for me, yesterday for you, actually even yesterday when I made it, everybody at DC has been commenting, this is for the fans, this is for the fans, this is for the fans, not the investors. This isn't for some corporate bigwigs. This is for the fans. We are making this for you. So take that to note. They are trying their hardest right now. I don't give a whole lot of Hollywood people a lot of credit. In fact, I don't trust them half the time. I think a lot of the times they're scummy, awful people. The reason why I have so much faith in this right now is because we've seen the Guardians of the Galaxy 1, 2, and we know 3 was made during Phase 3. It was actually made for Phase 3. James Gunn has had awful jokes. I get it. He's a weird man, but he's a creative. We saw Suicide Squad. Not the Suicide Squad, but Suicide Squad. That movie was fun. That movie was enjoyable. We know he can do good work. It's just, let the man do his job. I wasn't a huge fan of Peacemaker, but as we get going, we know we are not going to make every single person happy every step of the way. I didn't like Peacemaker. That's okay. But we can promise everything we do is done in the service of the story and in service of the DC characters we know you cherish and we have cherished our whole lives. Take note of that. Take note of what he just said. And in the service of the DC characters we know you cherish. He's not talking about what we cherish first. He's not talking about what we want first. He's not putting what they want first. He's saying, hey, we're trying to make these stories that for characters that you guys cherish so much, that us, the audience, cherish so much, love so much, have gone out of our way to be massive fans of for so many years. He's doing this for us. He's putting the fan first. He's taking note of the creative, the decisions. He wants to do this character work right. And I'm excited. This is the first time in years where Hollywood people have said, we're doing this for the fans. As for more answers about the future of the DCU, not EU, not Snyderverse, DCU, I will sadly have to ask you to wait. We are giving these characters and the stories the time and attention they deserve. And we ourselves still have a lot more questions to ask and answer. And take note of this. I believe, and look at this. James Gunn, in several of his tweets about the DCU, about putting stuff out, he's been leaving us hints here or there. He put out a picture of Mr. Terrific, a good Mr. Terrific. He put out images about the Justice Society. I get them all mixed up. I'm probably even getting that one mixed up because they do a lot of justice in Justice Society of America. Yeah, they do a lot of justice in DC. We have an image right here of the Justice League. He also put out images of Kingdom Come, making that possibly one of their end goals, which is a darker story, but that could be their Thanos moment. That could also be how they reset everything. We don't know. But they are making plans. They are showing us the best parts of DC. James Gunn is actively trying to do his work to say, hey, I know you guys. You guys like these characters. We're trying to do them right for you. Give the man some time. Let the decisions be made once he presents everything to the board. If they okay it, we'll see what happens. We don't know yet. Take this one step at a time. I could be wrong right now. Honestly, I could be wrong, and what everything James Gunn puts out could be utter dog shit. And you know what? I'll eat crow. But I'm right now putting my faith in James Gunn. And I hope you guys do as well. But with all that, guys, give me your thoughts down on this DC controversy in the comments below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share it out with all your friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.